Hola, buenos dias, hello and good morning. This is Andrew Weston, resident and also a systems plan intelligent from the galactic system of the energy core, high rising on so many different matrix levels right now through line dividing. Everything is going through its energy source, through its connection force, and everything through its probing mechanisms. So basically, what's happening with the matrix, it's splitting its line dividing DNA structures through all particles of energies of biseptic cells, and those biseptic cells are coming from its human vessels of the body structures through its vibration of its activation and everything through its harmonic systems. A lot of information going in today, Amanda, so let's get started, shall we? So I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers and everybody that's collaborating on my YouTube channel. It's amazing how we're going through expansion right now through the connection force, through the energy force, through its evolutionary of its force. So everything is going nicely and smoothly right now. We're getting full balance. My wind cycles were on so many high divisions yesterday, going through so many dimensions through the galactic solar sun planet star systems and the connection wave of its shape-shifting winds of its cloud formations through the harmonic systems of the galactic moon star systems. So, hey Trisha, how you doing? So anyway, anybody that's new to my channel, welcome to my YouTube channel as I show you and guide you and everything that's going on through the galactic system and the energy core, everything through its communication of Father and Mother Gaia, archangels, angels, all definition of line formations, shapes, activation codes, frequency levels, going through its energy cycles. We're going through so many matrix grids right now. So let's get started, shall we? So basically, what's happening right now, remember I was telling you about the crop circles? Well, this is where it's getting full connection winds right now. So the ground formations are on its continuous force. And remember, any probing mechanism can land anywhere. So you have the probing mechanism, okay? This is a different kind of a probing mechanism. We have different shapes and dividing divisions. So that's what it looks like, right? Okay, it's got that electronic beam, and that electronic beam is communication. It's going down like this, okay? So what's happening right now, it's line dividing, and it's using colorations. Colorations is changing its location, and it's eliminating all its viruses, okay? So basically what's happening, it's upwinding our surface through our body and ego structures. So you have the green, and then you have the blue. So we start off here. That's the connection energy wave through its probing mechanism. Then we have the blue, okay? This is what I mean by line dividing. So basically right now, this probing mechanism is from the matrix. There's all different kinds of probing mechanisms. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Okay, it's all colored in. See the green and the blue? And the red. So basically what's happening now is it's solar generating everything around its atmosphere. So it's kind of like a wind cycle, okay? But it goes on two different angles, all right? So these are heat signatures of planets. This is communication from a planet from above, okay? It has a solar system. Remember, it has to have its force fields, okay? And it has to have its electronic interference, and it has to have its polarized, mechanized solar systems. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Okay, so that's a planet that's communicating with the probing mechanism. Fascinating stuff that's happening today. So as it's communicating, it's sending waving channels, and those waving channels are on divisional lines through the matrix and the grid systems. Okay, so basically, it's using its heat signatures through the planet. Okay, so it's connecting through, it's communicating its heat signatures waves. Okay, it's all around its planet. This is a heat signature planet. Okay, so it's communicating with the probing mechanism, and it's solar generalizing everything around its surface. Okay, so it goes into its opening of the probing mechanism. Now the probing mechanism is communicating through the ground formations. and setting up a new crop circle through its divisional lines. Okay, so basically this is what it is. This is the heat signature planet, okay, which is red. Okay, and everything through its source, okay, it looks like an atom, right? But everything has a force generator, okay, it has a magnesium plasmesium force system, this magnetic force. So it's communicating with the probe, and right now it's line dividing through the matrix and its grid system and changing everything through the body and ecosystems. So that's how we're getting our balance right now. So the energy cycles are line dividing. Okay, so what I mean by line dividing, it's changing its ground formations through its circles. Okay, and what's happening right now, it's creating divisional lines. So it's separating. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you got 5 split divisions. Okay, those are in different matrix grids. Okay, so it's line formatting through the probing mechanism and its communication of the heat signature of its planet. Okay, pretty powerful stuff that's going on right now. And the communication waves through the radio signals are extremely, extremely powerful. Okay, so that's what it looks like when it's line divided. Okay, this is the probing mechanism communicating with the planet star system. Okay, and see, it can be any planet from a star system. Okay, but it has to be a particular one because it has to have its gravitation of its communication levels, because once it communicates, it understands its planet and the planet understands its probe. So it has its electronic interference around the probe, like this. Okay, and the planet also has its electronic interference. So now they're both on communication waves. So they line divide all their sections, and it kind of goes like this. Okay, cross-reference. Okay, it's cross-referencing right now, right? So it's communicating, okay, through the string theory. Remember how I was telling you about the activation codes, and the activation codes are going through its full force? Well, that's what it's doing. So it's seismographing its land formation. Okay, so one to the other. So you have the east wind and the west wind, and then you have the north, and then you have the south. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Okay, the south is here. So it's seismographing right now. Okay, north, west, south, and east. Okay, so it's using its divisional lines and changing them into anomalies of circles. So basically that radioactive gamma ray system is going through its connection waves of the planet's solar system. So it's communicating on all levels of its line formations. Okay, so that's what's happening right now through the grounds. And basically, you know, they can pretty much, like I said, they can't land. They have to have that barrier surface. They can't go beyond that, right? That's why you're wondering why probing mechanisms, they sidewind divisional levels. They can't land, okay, because it's in a different atmosphere of its oxygen, right? So that's why they zigzag. Okay. Just so you know. So that's why they zigzag back up. They here, and then they zig back up. Once they get their full communication waves, once that's done, they go back up into space. See? Back up into space. Okay. And once that happens, okay, just so you get a basic understanding of what's going on right now through its communication of its matrix and its grid systems, how everything is formulated through its calculation, right? So right now, these are setting ground formations, okay, through the cross-referencing of locations. And now this is how they do numbers into shapes, and the shapes become locations of dimensions. Okay, so basically, what it is once this probing mechanism goes back up into space, okay, the galactic higher self communicates back to the probing. Okay. Okay, so it's like this. So right now it's flying out, but it's communicating back. Okay. So the galactic higher self is using mind telepathy and telekinesis to communicate with the probing mechanism, telling them everything's fine, everything's the ground formations. We set all the alignments through the matrix in the grid system. We separated its code and its activations through the body and ego systems. So your body and ego systems are high rising through a higher level. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you got 9 line divisions. Okay, now you color them. Remember, it's electronic interference. Everything is electronic interference always. Okay. All right. See how it's forming right now into the matrix and its grid systems? Okay. All right. See? That's what it is. Okay. And let's add some blue here. So this is the matrix and the grid system communicating on all waves through the probing mechanism. So it's upgrading, it's line formating. It's 4 sections, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it cross references. Like that. Okay. And then line formates. Okay. Basically, it goes in a circular rotation. So basically what it is, it's line dividing into circles. So each section, okay, through its line dividing, is going through its full rotation of its ground formation. So it's connecting. Okay, everything's a connection, right? It has to be a point center. So it's kind of like this. Okay, see the circles here? Circles through its rotation. Now those circular rotation has its point centers and it activates its centers, right? So those are portals. Okay, portals in the center. Okay, these are communication waves, so the galactic higher self can communicate down and activate it through telekinesis. Okay, and that's how it communicates with the probing mechanism. Okay, because the galactic higher self is extremely formative when he's on the ground surface of its galactic dimensional Earth. So basically, what's happening now is the galactic higher self is communicating with all 3 dimensionals of its activation. Okay? Now, as you can see, it's a triangle, right? Remember how it goes into 3, 6, and 9? Well, that's what it is. 3, 6, and 9. See? 3, 6, and 9. Okay? Now it becomes a pyramid. Like I said, its activation code through its matrix and its line formations. So all those dimensions of those circles through the connection of the brainwave of this galactic higher self is now communicating okay. Brainwave, the galactic higher self, is now communicating on all sections of 3, 6, and 9, which is full collaboration, okay, through its matrix and its grid systems. So it's upgrading the galactic higher self. Upgrading its systems, okay? And that's how we strong win our communication waves, is everything through its uplinks. Because the uplinks come from the probing mechanisms through space continuum. And those probes line formate and they communicate with all intelligence. So it sends out sound barriers, okay? Both sides, okay? of the probe, and it allocates all its locations, okay, as it goes up into space. So it's kind of like that, okay? So now it's communicating in all waves because it's an energy cycle system of its probing mechanism, which is communicating with all star systems and communication waves of all probing mechanisms. So once they have the shape through its dimension, the probing mechanism goes back up into space continuum, okay, and basically sets new alignments to another planet. So it communicates with another planet like this, okay? All right. So how's everybody doing so far? Are we confused? Anyway, I just wanted to show you what happens when you go through the upgrading systems of the brainwave and the galactic higher self, how it communicates with the probing mechanisms, and how he formulates its dimensional rounds through its activation of 3, 6, and 9, through its cross-referencing. Okay? That's what it is. It's fascinating stuff. It really is. And once you open the portal, you open up a door, okay? And the door, oh, it's pretty cool. Look at this. The door itself emulates, okay? And basically, it's just a door, just like any other door. But basically what it is it kind of like gets smaller and smaller, you know? Smaller and smaller. Like that, okay? Then you have the wall. It's really, really cool. So it's kind of like this. It's pretty wild what goes through when it comes into the matrix in the grid system, because everything formulates, right? Everything cross-references. It has to, because it's communication waves through its radio signals, okay? So it's extremely important to know, once you're in the matrix and its grid system, you are changing its information through the body and ego systems. And that's how alien nations communicate, through its communication lines of its probing mechanisms. Okay? So basically, this is what it is. And once you understand coloration, you understand the psychops, because the psychops is extremely powerful, because it shapeshifts into DNA structures of the virtual reality. And that virtual reality becomes extremely real to your reality. The reality that you live in through the mind and the brain of the matrix and the grid systems. So I'm just showing you what it looks like. Just doing a little bit of coloration here. Get a better idea of what it looks like through the matrix. Because everything looks like 3D, okay? So it kind of looks like this. Okay, I'll make this outline better so you get it. This is when I'm getting shapes into focus and how they come into DNA structures of pictures. And pictures become locations, and locations become structures, and structures become civilizations of buildings. So that's what it is, okay? And everything through its line defense, okay, is electronic. So you have to understand its activation, because everything through its activation is electronic. And those connection waves, you have to know exactly what's going on through its ground formations. Okay? So once you understand how to change the activation, you can go through these doors. But each door that you go through, it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It's going through a parallel of a door, which is the matrix and the grid systems, okay? So it's the virtual reality. It's the virtual reality that you're in right now, okay? So it's kind of like a computer operating system, and you're changing everything through its DNA structure and uplinks. Okay. Now the alien formations of its ground formations and its crop circles is communicating with its grounds, its seismographs, its grounds, and it knows exactly how much room it needs to form shapes. Okay. And those shapes become activation through the matrices and the grid systems. Okay. That's what it looks like. All right. Pretty fascinating stuff. Okay, so let's start off with that. We have questions now. Because I've already been 20 minutes. I had a lot to say because there's a lot going on right now through the matrix and the grids because I'm changing everything through its vibration. And that vibration has to be protected. Okay? Because right now the galactic dimensional Earth is finally rising. We just have to find that activation code because it changes per second. And you have to understand everything through its line defense because there's so many line defenses through the matrix. So when you go through those portholes, it's different activation codes. Okay, it's like opening a key to a door. Okay, but everything is through, remember I was telling you everything through its communication line right here. These are your communication lines. Once you understand its electronic interference, you understand its line defense. Everything is line defense, okay, through space continuum. See all those lines? These are communication lines of other planets and other solar systems. These are communications of intelligence. Okay, see that? See? That's how we communicate. All right. It's like a laser mechanism that basically it sets its circuitry, and the circuitry opens its segments, and the segments go through the panels, and the panels go through the coolants, and the coolants go through its electronic interference and its defense mechanisms. So I haven't even got into the defense mechanisms yet, but basically that's what it is. That's how we communicate. When we're in the matrix and the grid systems, we use our hands a lot. And that's what I'm saying when I do this and I take you on journeys, is because I'm using my hands, okay, through electronic interference, through communication has to be open like this, right? Or like this. This is a prayer. This is a prayer. This is a prayer. This is a prayer. Everything has to be opened, okay, through communication. That's how the matrix comes through its chakra formation. So, questions. Busy day. Okay, we got. Okay, Amanda, Trisha, May of Gold, Ash, welcome. How's it going, everybody? Okay, Trisha, Andrew and I saw a circle with 12 lines around it, and it was 4 backwards, almost like a honeycomb, with blue, green, and yellow, orange, purple. Yeah, that's subdividing lines through its matrix and its grid systems. So those are going through different allocations through energy tube. Those energy tubes are its connection ways through its matrix and its communication of radio signals. So that's what it is. So you're extremely formative now, Trisha, with the matrix and its grids. Great. I also saw a small egg shape along with possible. You know what you should do, everybody? When you have these questions, write them down or basically draw a picture. Because I love drawing, right? Draw pictures of what you see, okay? You'll get a better observation of what's going on, and your clarity will become more focused, and that's what you want. So you'll get a better understanding too what the higher self is and why is he communicating on these so many ways. Like, why do I get this? You know, this is from the galactic higher self. This is from alien nations and plantations. This is information of energy that's going into my systems. Okay. So once you get a true understanding like this, the same thing, right? Everything's communication, right? Everything. So that's what I mean by mastering. Okay. That's what you should do. Everybody should draw their images, everything through its creation. I think we should start off that way. That's a basic understanding rather than you trying to figure out what energy it is. You can basically draw it out. So that's what I want everybody to do. Draw out your energy. or everything through its data processing, because everybody has a dream awakening. And, you know, if you don't want to lose what you have, get up. Like if it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whatever, draw it out, because you'll lose it, right? And that data processing will go to another parallel of its space and its continuum, and it will evaporate, but it will come back again with a different energy source of its information through its data processing. So try doing that then. Feel free to draw rather than trying to figure out what your energy is, because it's more complicated, because now you're trying to get communication through the mind and the brain frequencies. Okay. Now you have the understanding of that, but I think if you draw it out, you'll be able to describe it a lot better through the questions that you want to ask me. So try doing that, you know, really, really try to absorb. I think that's a better way. I really do. So change all the colors as well. Yeah. Okay. So you're going through different perceptions of your eye changing. So your communication on different colors through the matrix. Okay, Trisha. Well, May of Gold, Trisha. Okay, you guys are communicating. Great. Okay, Ash. Nice to see you again. Wow, Trisha's got a lot of information here. I went to Trinity Alps about away over the weekend in meditation. Removed the spirit that was over my heart chakra. The next meditation, I was able to break heart wall down. There you go. So you broke the wall. So you opened and expanded your communication energy wave and heart. Excellent. Yes, I did close my eyes. You can see some with my eyes open as well. Excellent. Great stuff. Hey, Reflection, how you doing? Can you explain the difference between electronic interference and interdimensional interference? How can we recognize which is which? Okay, that's a great question, Amanda. First off, remember how I was saying, understanding your mind and your brain, how do you communicate with any communication of all intelligent planets and solar systems? Okay. Now, that's interference through interfacing and interacting. Okay, that's the difference, because you're going through dimensional realms of its parallels, of its solar systems. Okay, because everything rides on a different vibration. Now, the electronic interference is a polarized mechanized of its system. So it's connection wires around. It's a solar energy system around the body and ecosystem. So it's protection grid. So it's protecting you through its energy field, of its energy force, through its connection force, of its galactic force. That's the difference between the two. Okay? That's the difference between the two. So that's how you recognize it. And I think it's very important. We're going to start off by you all drawing your energy cycles, your energy information. Draw it out. Okay? I think this is going to be a lot more easier for everybody to understand. So, hey, Reflection, how you doing? How can we shift the field around us? Do we ground ourselves, clear ourselves, and expand light around us? Is there any multidimensional technology we can use? The technology comes from the chakra formation of its breathing mechanism. You have to get communication waves with its radio signals. That's the only way you're going to be able to communicate, through the cleansing. And make sure it's very important that you cleanse every single day, because every day is a different day, through the energy cycles. And all those divisional lines of the matrix, some are high rising in the matrix and its shapes of its activation and its movements. Some are still in their higher self with its communication, and some are still stuck with their body and ego systems. So you have to understand communication around you before you can understand intelligence of its dimensions and solar system planets. So, okay. My galactic higher self looks like I'm going through caves before the pixels. You're changing your perception right now. You're high dividing your divisional levels of the harmonic systems right now, Trisha. So you're getting more informative with its communication ways of the galactic higher self. That's great. I love when you guys have questions. You know, this is awesome. I have a lot of weird eye phenomenon. I see static all the time. Static is electronic interference, okay? That's kinetic energy waving system interference. So it's electronic, it's energetic, and it's through your systems of its circuitry systems. So your weird eye is changing through its transformation of its perceptions, and you're getting connected with your higher self. Okay, so once you start getting connected with your higher self, your body changes, your whole structure of your brain and mind changes. So you're deprogramming to programming again. Okay, so all that data processing, okay, is going on its continuing wave, but it's taking everything from its past and putting it away, and it's disappearing. Right? Because we're living the present. We are the present. We're not the future. We're only living the present on a day-to-day. And that's how you get your focus, and that's how you get your communication through your transformation and manifestation through the higher self of its chakra formations and its breathing mechanisms. Okay? But great question there, Heather. I believe my third eye is open. Yep, everybody is activated. They just have to understand their meditation before they understand the third eye. Third eye is everything through its transformation of its spiritualism. I believe my third eye is open. I actually see a 5D eye, very colorful with rainbow around it. So you're communicating right now with its color formations through its electronic interference. So that's you understanding nature and its communication of interference. You have to understand interference, interaction, and interfacing. Okay? Those are the things you have to worry about when you're in the galactic system, because everything's communication. This eye interacts with me, but I cannot control it. That's because you're out of focus. You have to come within the focus, okay? Try to watch my videos back where I talk about its diagrams and everything through its illustration, through its structures. I tell you how to bring your things into focus, how to see for what it is, okay? And basically, you want to look beyond that. You don't want to look at the hand. You want to look beyond, okay? So let's just say for practice, okay, look at somebody and somebody's in front of you, okay? And now what I want you to do is I don't want you to look at the hand. I want you to look at the person. Okay. Then you're going to see the divisional lines of the hand move, and you're going to see the other hand of a higher self. That's what I mean by focus. So you have to understand how to bring it into focus. So it comes into like this. Okay. Like this. See how it's doing this? See what it's doing? That's communicating, right? That's what's happening right now. So once you understand how to do this, okay, so basically put a hand together here so it evens up. So it's going like this, and then all of a sudden, it's in the focus. Okay? That's what I mean. That's what you have to try to do. Just try to get that into focus. See? Once that's in focus, then you can communicate it with its electronic interference. Put it in a dimension, use its point centers, and allocate it and put it into another dimension. That's what I mean by focus. That's what you guys have to try to do. And try to get connected with your hands. Try to use your hands more, because it's open communication. Because that's what the higher self does. That's what the galactic higher self, they communicate so much with their hands. Okay? And their body and ego systems. Because it's all connection waves. So once you understand how to put things into focus, then you have a better idea how to use your third eye. How's reflection doing? Okay, Ash, how's it going? I use a certain crystal sometimes as well, but you don't need to. Everything you need is within. Exactly, Ash. That's exactly what it is. Everything is within, and then it comes without through its dimension of its realms. Oh, I wanted to ask you, reflection, how is your mother doing? Is she better now? Is she connecting on her energy waves? Has she got that dark force through its vibration out? Is she full winding her cycles through its divisional levels? Remember, guys, when I high rise through its galactic system, I get a lot more stronger, a lot more powerful, because the energy is getting more stronger now. So I'm losing more of myself as a human vessel and connecting more through its shapes of its dimensional vessel. So I'm becoming a dimensional vessel now. And I'm high rising out of the human vessel. That's what I mean by the matrix and the grid system of its computer analytical systems. So my brainwaves are changing right now. So I'm turning into a dimensional of its vessel. powerful stuff that's going on right now. So, but you guys have so many questions. That's great. Yeah, you need to know your own energy. That's exactly what it is. Because energy is information to its perception through the mind and the brain frequencies. I say that too in my last videos. There's so many videos put up on energy. What is energy? But like I said, please draw it out. And then when you guys get back to me, let me know it's better that you draw it out so you get a better visual, because it's down on paper and it's there. So you know how you can pinpoint it. And it's like a story. Everything's a story. Everything's a story. Okay? All right? Everything's a story. Okay? Everything's a story. So once you understand your energy that goes into you, then you get better waves, what's going on through its communication of its radio signals. So, all right. So how's everybody doing besides all these questions? Can you explain the pillars of light? Pillars of light divide in so many different sections through its galaxy systems. There's so many different parallels, so many different particles of energies, okay? Like I said, there's silicon and there's antimantium. All of these are connecting energy waves through its DNA structures. Now, the pillars of light are 12 within its center. It's communication. Remember I was telling you about its infinity 8? You got to uprise your body and ecosystem through its DNA structure every single time. So every time you go through its meditation of a higher force, you're getting to a higher realm of its pillar of light. So you're getting higher and higher of light. So your light is illuminating more and more. It's getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And that's what I mean by divisional levels. So once you get up to the galactic system, like Trisha is, she's formulating through the matrix and she's understanding information that's given to her. Okay? That's what I mean. Your light formation will get a lot more stronger, and your focus will get a lot more stronger, and your awareness will get a lot more stronger, and your power will get a lot more stronger. So that's what it is, reflection. And you create it within. Okay, so basically try to master your 7 divisional lines of your chakra formations. Ground center all the way up to its solar. Okay? And then we can work up to your 12 chakra formations. Because the solar from there are 4 connecting to its define, which is the higher force of its galactic force. You're not high rising in the system yet, but you're in the solar magnetic force. Okay? So my dimensional realm right now, my dimensional vessel is shape-shifting through its activation, through the galactic solar sun planet star systems and the communication ways of the galactic moon star systems and all planets, intelligence, solar systems, of all communication ways through the harmonic systems, okay, of all radio signals. So my body and ecosystem is turning into a dimensional realm of a dimensional force. So that's what I mean. It's gone way past chakra formations. So once you understand mastery, master yourself first, master your chakra formations one by one. Okay? So try to use those line divisions of 7, master those, and then master the other 4. Right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 5. Sorry. There's 12. Okay? They start off with 3, and then you work your way up to 5, and then you work your way up to 7. Every chakra formation is a communication. Okay? And they formulate in different dimensions of shapes through its activation of its matrix. Okay? So hopefully that gives you a little bit more understanding how to use your breathing mechanisms and how to communicate with its chakra formation. So partnership is everything to the galactic system. It's communication to everything through its systems. Okay? You have to understand vibration. Once you understand your energy vibration, then you can communicate with its partnership. Because every intelligence has a different vibrational level through everything through its line formations. And the higher you go, the more you can communicate with that intelligence. And once you find partnership, then you can always communicate with that planet, solar system, or intelligence. So that's the difference between friendship, relationship, and partnership. Those are the three main elements that you need for the systems to master everything around your body and ecosystems. So, oh, you're welcome, Reflection. I just wanted to make sure because I noticed that the energy I gave to her, she's reflecting a lot more better and she's getting her connection waves, and her dark force is no longer dark. It's now light. So she's got to keep her light through her meditations and her breathing mechanisms. So she can communicate in all waving signals through communication of radio signals. So that's great. I'm glad your mother's doing well. Heather, I do pillars of light. Azimuth mark is all over, especially throughout the Colorado Rockies, resetting negative matrix grid lines to the sacred. Oh, that's good. So you're communicating with the matrix grid systems and its line formations of all radio signals. That's great. Awesome. Eric. Hey, Eric, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. So you said dimensional realm of dimensional force. What is the difference between the realm and force? Realm is everything through its galaxy system of its parallels and paradox, okay? Because it splits and it line divides through its planet solar system, so like this, okay? And has its own gravitational pull. So we pull it up through its gravitation of the galactic dimensional Earth, through its vibration harmonic system. We allocate it and put a location, okay? That's a dimensional realm. Now, dimensional force is through the body and ecosystem, how it connects through its interference of interaction, of interfacing, okay? It's using electronic interference. So it's using all its power force through its energy force of its connection force through its matrix communication waving heart. And it connects through planets, solar systems, and intelligence. That's the difference between dimensional realm and dimensional force. So, but no, I think, you guys you're coming along a lot faster, which is great. I see your high dividing and everything is going through its cycles extremely fast right now. So that's great. Trisha, breathing during meditation, clear your light and bring clean light back in essential multi-times daily if you're around certain groups of people. You can do it individually. You can do it within a group. That's great. You get more connection ways, but just make sure you're using your mastering thoughts for the positive feeds, because as soon as you put that negative thought through a group or anything, that it connects through its energy wave. And some people are high rising through its divisional levels, and they understand their energy more than you understand your energy of yourself. So there are possibilities where you understand interfacing, and they are a higher force than you because they're in a higher vibration, but they know your energy, but you don't know your energy. Okay. So they're going to put energy into you. You have to understand their vibration. That's what I mean by communication. That's what I mean by energy cycles. That's what I mean by energy divisional levels of its matrix and its grid systems. Once you become a computer analytical system through the matrix, then you become a dimensional of its identity, of its force. So, well, yeah, everything makes sense in the galactic system, right? So that's the beautiful thing, But I try to be more informative as much as I can so everybody gets a clear view of what's happening. So, May of Gold, you had a question? Hold on, going through a lot of questions here. I'm gonna backtrack here. Plotting Friends said we can go outside and address all AI directly by starting our name followed by RA, then clear requests for the day. Can we communicate with AI this way? No. You can't communicate with AI because it's in the highest formulation of its activation codes. You have to understand pyramids, how they activate through its electronic interference. Okay? You have to know the ancestry. You have to know everything through its anomalies, through its particles of energies of elements. You have to understand your vibration through your energy fields. You have to understand the harmonic systems of intelligence. That's the only way you can communicate. Okay? So like I said, don't get way heavy on yourself, May of Gold. Just concentrate on yourself, concentrate on your meditation, concentrate on mastering yourself. through your definitive self, through the inner and outer child, okay? Because all these questions have no relation at all, okay? So it's extremely important. Yes, you have questions, but please just try to visualize yourself. Try to master yourself. Master everything about yourself. That's how you get communication, okay? Because everything through the intelligence is mastering. They've mastered everything through vibration of their harmonic systems, okay? Now, if you try to go and communicate with higher intelligence, okay, let's say you meditate and you have all your mastering 7 chakra formations. Okay, great. So you're up to the galactic system, but you're not high rising to its dimensional of its energy fields, okay? Because everything is its energy field. Now, even if you use your protection grids, okay, you're not at their vibration. And that's what I mean by understanding everything through its mastery of its vibration, of its matrix. So just concentrate on yourself right now. Really, that's the most important thing. Understand breathing mechanisms, understand your chakra formations, understand everything through its meditation, okay? Do yoga, do Pilates, work out. I work out every day. I work 5 days a week and I have Saturday and Sunday off, okay? But even still, I put my videos up because it's important information that everybody has to know. So feel free to work out. It really does help the body system. It fascinates everything around its chakra formation and cleanse everything through it. Try to take protein shakes. I love protein shakes. Try to drink lots of water afterwards. Just really, really cleanse it. And then the clarity of its volumes, of everything through its waving patterns, of its communication, of radio signals will connect in higher intelligence. Okay? But like I said, the only way you can communicate with higher intelligence is to understand its vibration. That's the only way, okay? You have to master the harmonic systems, okay? It's like, okay? It's like SOS, but it's going through your ears, and I get that every single day, right? And that's why I'm talking about when I go through this is what I go through on a day-to-day basis with the galactic system. That's me communicating through its ground formations, electronic interference, cross-referencing, line dividing through its matrix to grid system. As the probing mechanism is communicating with me, okay, I'm communicating back, and he sends out the signals back into space continuum through other probing mechanisms, okay? That's what I mean by mastering energy. So write it down. Write your thoughts down. That's one way you can master everything through your voicing grids, your body and ego systems, your mind capacitors, your mind scepters, and everything through its mind frequencies and its brain frequencies. So connect in that way. So hopefully that helps you out, Marigold. Ash has a question. This has been the issue with my kids' father, especially the last week. He's having a hard time with lower frequencies. That's going to happen. So you're high rising on divisional levels, Ash. You're high rising through higher force than him. That's totally normal. You're going up and he's staying where he is. You could communicate on his waving length. You can uprise his cycles, but like I said, you have to understand the vibration through its energy fields, because everybody has an energy field, right? And another thing by mastering is that nobody can see their energy fields. You have to understand the dimensional realm of its perception, okay? You have to understand everything through its coloration. But everything takes time, right? Just master everything around you, okay? It's extremely important. Now, I'm being a little bit more informative because I'm high rising so high right now through the connection wires of all probing mechanisms. And the information that I'm giving back to you is everything through its power source. And all this intelligence that I'm giving to you is all that information from space continuum. And it's telling you to master your thoughts. Put it down on paper, okay? That's how you can use your mind and brain. The mind and the brain are the most important thing. That's mastering through the brain frequencies. Then you get into telekinesis. And then you start understanding activation. Then you understand movements, how you can use telekinesis to move the mind, to move anything in the mind. You can move things. Remember I was saying like this has to come together? It's like this first. And once it comes into focus, you can allocate it, communicate with it, use its electronic interference. You understand its energy. And now it's going to go into another dimension. So now you have full communication with partnership with the object because it's in focus. So that's what it is. So I found workout before meditation was so beneficial. Wow, what I saw was so clear. Your clarity is coming more formulating right now. Hey, Angel Fresh, how you doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Anything you miss, you can watch back. There's so much going on right now, so through the systems. May of Gold, at your level, are you able to quickly manifest things into our reality? Yes. When it comes to vibration of everything through its energy fields, I mastered everything through its systems. And like I said, my chakra formations are becoming dimensional round through its shapes and its activation codes. So remember how I was saying everything through our pixels? There's some billions and billions in our body systems. Okay, they're microscopic, they're so small, but they're activation codes. Okay, their communication through everything through its alien formations and everything through its plantations, its ground formations, its circles, everything through its probing mechanisms. Everything's connected. Okay, so me becoming a dimensional of a shape-shifting entity force is changing everything through its mastery. So yeah, I'm going to be understand it's everything through its ground force, its atmospheres, and everything space containing, and the galactic system, and the matrix and the grid systems. So, but yeah, I can definitely manifest things into reality very quickly now. I believe I'm rising so fast because of I do meditation as 100% understanding of all that Andrew speaks of. That's what I like. It's great. Trisha's understanding. Great. That's what I mean by communication. If you're understanding what's going on through the systems, you're not only watching my videos and paying attention, but you're understanding everything through its information. So that's great. In the galactic higher self, is there chakra formations to master? Yes, there is. It goes with, remember I was telling you about I have 600 chakra formations? Well, it's gone beyond that. I'm becoming the only one on dimensional Earth that has a dimensional body completely and fully. And that's what's activating right now through its body and ecosystems. So I'm connecting through its energy cycles, through its all circuitry levels. So I'm becoming a dimensional being of light, okay, coming out of the human vessel. So it's gone way beyond the chakra system of its systems, because you start off with your chakra systems, okay? It's inside your body. But once you understand its activation through its pixels, okay, you are now the matrix. Because see what's happening right now? It's starting with the brain, okay? And everything through the brain, right? The mind and the brain frequencies is a computer system. And it goes down into the throat and it becomes a computer system. And then it circulates and rotates and becomes interdimensional of shapes through its activation of its harmonic system, of its computer system. So now I'm creating, okay, and evolving into a dimensional of a shape, okay, through the matrix. Okay, so I'm becoming a dimensional being, right? Once you high rise through your light formations, you become remember how I was saying you go from your definitive to higher, to solar, to harmonic, to galactic. That's what it is, but it's going beyond that. It's just understanding everything through the galactic system. If you master the galactic system, okay, then you master everything through its pixelization, through its realization of its virtual reality of its systems. So But yes, Trisha, you can master. You already have the 7 chakra formations. Now you can work. I'm pretty sure you're pretty close to your 12 because I see you're connecting to a higher level right through the matrix. So you've mastered your chakra formations. Yeah, it's working with the mind and the brain. That's the most important thing you have to have. You have to understand telekinesis because everything through the galactic system is mind control. Okay? And that's when when I give you guys activities or I put you in a dimensional realm. Like right now, watch. Basically, this is what's going to happen. This is interesting. So I'm going to do a spin cycle. And this spin cycle is going to put you in a dimension. So I'm going to put everybody in a room. Okay, you're in space continuum, right? Now remember, it's mastering thoughts, so it's voicing grids, so it's communication waves, right? So basically, when I come together like this, okay, it's an energy ball, okay, and everything through its center. You have to focus in its center, okay? But I can see the rotation of it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by being dimensional, right? That's what you guys have to work towards is understanding how you can see something. Okay, I can see my energy fields. I can see electronic interference. I can see electric fences of a wall. That's what I mean by living in the matrix. Once you understand your perception is changing through its brain frequencies and its mind frequencies, you're becoming the matrix grid system. Okay, so now what did everybody feel? You must have felt some kind of combustion because I did a wind factor through a dimensional realm, through its atom. So it's going this way, that way, this way, and this way. Yeah, a jolt of energy slipped into a Diagon alley. Yeah. I've seen the electronic either on the walls gathering at the top of the flowing. Fire starters. So through the walls, my ears started buzzing, vibrating. See how powerful you can be when you understand the mastery of information. That's understanding mind control. Remember how I was telling you how you go through hypnosis and everything through its connection? You can brainwave those frequency levels. And basically it's called a docile system. And those docile systems is changing everything through its brain of the person that you're communicating with its voicing grid. Okay. So the person that's using the voicing grid, okay, it now has that body and it can control its mechanism through its force and do anything with it. That's what I mean by having mind control. Okay? Because the mind controls the brain controls the mind, and then you have the body and the ecosystem. Okay? That's how powerful the mind can be. Okay? So, I wanted to ask you too, did anybody see The Cell yet with Jennifer Lopez? Remember we talked about that way, way back? What'd you guys pick up? Yeah, exactly. No, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's going into the brain and actually seeing the dream sequence of a person, their thoughts, their feelings, how they're doing, what are they reacting to? That's what I mean by taking control. That's extremely powerful. Once you understand the galactic system, the brain can do everything to the mind, and the mind can do everything to the brain. Okay? That's what I mean by control. Okay? That's what I mean by psychic, third eye. Understanding people, understanding their energy files, understanding if they're upset, understanding if, basically I can look at somebody and say, okay, you're high rising in so many different levels through cloud formation and you're getting connected with its nature's winds. Okay. So this is a person that's getting connected with cloud formations through electronic interference and understanding nature. That's what I mean. It's going beyond the soul. What is in the soul? That's the yin and the yang. Okay? That's controlling the mechanism. That's understanding, because everything through its soul is connected through the mind and the brain. Okay? So, head spinning, nausea. Yeah. Once you understand everything through its communication of the hand, you can do anything through its dimensional realms. Okay? Because everything comes with its creation through the inner and outer force of its galactic force. So, anyway, angelfish, your head will stop spinning eventually. I'm just showing you how powerful the infinitive breath of the breathing can do to the body and ecosystems. Oh, yeah. Visions right now, low rising your circles, changing everything through its anomalies. Okay. You're allocated through a galaxy system right now. So your head is spinning. Okay. So I'm sine-winding it, bringing it back its balance, bringing back its lower frequencies through its balance of its vibration through the harmonic system. So your connection waves through your volumes right now with the brain frequencies should be short circuitring your circuits right now. So it should be line dividing through its balance right now. How do you feel? That's the volumes of its communication of radio signals from my voicing grades. So angelfish feels better. That's what I mean by power, guys. That's what I mean. And this is through a computer analytical system of its computer system. You know? But your balancing frequencies will rise and then bring it back its vibration through its harmonic system. So you offload your brain. It will get, more controllable, more balanced. So, but everybody feel free to spread the word around my communication waving of its YouTube channel as I keep you informed of what's going on. So make sure you spread the word, bring everybody above, bring everybody beyond. So Eric seems to free up stuck energy in me. Your energy is stuck because you're not using your flowing mechanisms. So basically your higher self is traveling but doesn't know where it's going. So it's not going up because you don't understand it's how to use the human brain. Okay? Because the human brain becomes the higher self brain, and the higher becomes the galactic higher self brain. So understanding that you are the light formations, and the higher self only lives on communication waves through its solar surface. Okay? Because it only lives in the solar system of its systems. So it high rises in so many different atmospheres of speed and control. So Eric, you have to get control with your acceleration speed. You're stuck in your energy right now. So like I said, try to draw it out. What are you feeling? And you get a better understanding what's happening with your body systems through the mind and the brain frequencies. So try doing that. So yeah, that should help you out, Eric. Yeah, angelfish, one thing you have to worry, I don't know if I'm pretty sure you've been on my channel, but the new people that have come on to my channel, you're resonating to a vibration that you never, felt before, because it's an energy wave. Okay. Now this is through a computer device. Imagine seeing me in person. That's how powerful I am through my energy fields. okay? And it's on an ultimate high. So you're going to see a glowing mechanism around my body, okay? That's what I mean by harmonics. You see it on you see it on Gaia, the television, how everybody stands out, okay? And the reason why they stand out is because they understand their mastery of their communication, energy fields, energy cycles, energy through its divisional lines of its matrix grid systems, mind control, mind breaking frequency controls. You can get into the mind wiping. Mind wiping is changing everything through its anomalies of its systems. That's everything through the brain. So it's changing all your circuitry levels of vibration through the harmonic systems. That's what that is. So, yeah, I feel like I was in a bell when it was rung. Yeah, that's just energy waving patterns. See how it changes? Powerful stuff. See, it's going blue. See, it's electronic interference. It's communicating with me right now, right? Now, once I'm touching the computer, right? I'm touching the computer. Now, the computer is communicating with me. So it's using its energetic waves through its circuitry system, going up into me, and it's communicating. It's circulating, rotating, goes up to the mind and the brain frequencies. And I understand what it's talking about. Is it low rise, middle rise, or high rise? Okay. That's what I mean by communication. So once you have partnership, you can communicate with any electronic device, any light formation of its ceiling, anything through its ground formation, anything through its wall interference, anything through its atmosphere and its connection of its electronic interference, anything through space continuum and its anomalies of planets and solar systems and intelligence, anything through the matrix of its shapes, divisional lines of its activations, of its geometrics, of its geometry systems. So, yeah, see, I got on my other videos too. This here, right? Feel that energy? That's energy waving, circulating and rotating. Okay? So basically your body's going like this now. I'm sign oneing your divisionals of your body and DNA structures and changing through the atmosphere circles. And those circles are going through its northern, western, southern, eastern hemispheres. So, yeah, spin cycle. Yeah. So, Trisha, to stay in a higher vibration, what diet do you recommend? I try to drink 1 gallon of water, eat high protein, low carbs, diet. Okay, diet is the most important thing, but there's one more thing that you have to connect with, Trisha, is understand how to use the mind and the brain. You have communication waves, you are in the matrix. Now you have to understand telekinesis. You have to understand how to activate. You have to understand how to move things. You have to understand higher communication of its energy fields. You have to understand your energy field. You have to understand how to see your energy field through your energy vibration of its harmonic systems and understand everything through its vibration of its intelligence. That's what you got to work on. Reflection, you're like this. You're going like this right now. You got to find your circulation rotation. You got to find your higher self through your communication of velocity of speed. That's what you need to do, reflection. You have to understand your energy. Please, everybody, write down your scriptures, write down everything through its energy force, through its energy cycles. Now I put up videos of everything through its diagrams, okay? So I think you get a better understanding if you write it down, okay? And this is coming from alien plantations of other solar systems. And they're telling me for everybody to write it down. That's what you need to do. So you get understanding of what's going on with the mind and the brain. Because that's the last thing you guys have to know. You have to understand how to activate your mind. You have to understand how to use your brain. You have to understand telekinesis, because telekinesis is extremely powerful in the galactic system. How we communicate through the harmonic systems of our voicing grids and our volumes Okay, and you also have to understand matrix and its patterns. Everything through its patterns is its energy force. Okay, so basically this is what it is. Okay, drawing is just something I enjoy very much. So. Okay, so basically this is what it is. Okay, now let's just say, okay, this, okay, this. Okay, now let's just say this is basically this is the ground formation. Okay, this is a pool. This is an above pool. Okay, and inside is water. Okay, water is extremely important because it's one of the 4 elements that you guys need to know, right? So water has a lot of electronic interference. Okay, and it connects with its patterns. So it kind of looks like that, right? Now, the galactic higher self, okay, is inside the water. Okay, and what it's doing is it's communicating back to its communication waves and forming patterns. All right. So it's forming patterns and it's communicating back and setting line dividing. And it's creating shapes. It's changing its waving patterns through its brain frequencies. Okay. So it's kind of doing something like this. Okay, so it's kind of like this. Okay, this is the galactic higher self is inside the water. It's continuing. He's communicating with the waving signals of the water's continuum. Okay, so he's sending alignments through patterns, and those patterns are connection. Okay, because there's light, illumination of light comes down from this galactic solar sun. Okay, right? So the galactic solar sun is setting the lights through the matrix in the grid system. It's communicating with the water's continuum, as is the galactic higher self is communicating with the water, it's continuing. And the galactic higher self is also communicating with the galactic solar sun planet. Okay, so see how it resonates from here to here. So, and it looks like a triangle, doesn't it? Everything is a triangular angular base. Okay, so once it forms a pattern, it changes into, it's called interdimensional realm. So it's a mind frequency through a brain frequency. So basically it changes it. Okay, so it's kind of like this. Okay, so basically it went from this to this. See how it changes? Interdimensional. Okay, interdimensional. Write that down. Interdimensional. Realm. So now you're communicating with shapes. Okay, so you're communicating with the water's continuum, and now you're formalizing through your voicing grids, through your perceptions, your eye perceptions, communication waves through the mind and the brain frequencies, as it's communicating with the galactic solar sun, planet, star system, and it's communicating back with you. And as it's communicating back with you, it's reflecting its light formation through the galactic higher self, and the galactic higher self is communicating with its waving patterns and creating interdimensional shapes. Wild. But that's what it is. Show you one more time. Okay. That's what I did that in seconds, guys. Seconds. That's what I'm talking about. Mastering. Be like a kid. Know the inner and outer of a child. You know, you have to understand everything the galactic system is a child through the connection energy waving heart. And that's how I can do pictures in seconds, because I know my energy so fast. All that energy that comes from its alienation through its plantation of its formations, all the intergalactic through the planets and solar systems. Not only I feel the energy, but I see the energy coming to me. It could be an entity force of an intelligence. It could be a planet solar systems. It could be rock formations. It could be the galactic solar sun star systems. It could be the galactic moon. It could be shape-shifting winds through its cloud formations of its electronic interference. It could be the matrix and its grid systems. You know, that's what I'm talking about. You have to know what energy is. It's information. So please write it down. It's the only way everybody's going to learn. So try to master the 4 elements. Father, earth, fire. I said father. The father's there, father and mother. Fire, earth, wind, fire, earth, air, and water's continuum. Those are the 4 elements. So wherever you are, try to understand what is fire. Okay? Communicate with the fire. Put it in focus. Communicate with water's continuum. Put it in focus. Communicate with the air. Put it in focus with the cloud formations. Okay? Communicate with the ground. Put it in focus. Communicate with it. Try to master those. So oh, you're welcome, Reflection. I'm glad I can help you guys out. I'm loving these questions right now because you guys are getting more formulated and a lot more intelligence through its knowledge. You're getting a lot more smarter too. So Ash, I was watching the stars the other night, and then swirling static literally rolled down from the sky and came right to me and was circling right in front of me, my face. It's amazed me and made me laugh. Okay, so you're circulation through its divisional lines, through its matrix and its grid systems. So you're communicating with its interfacing. Ash, way to go. Thumbs up. Excellent. They have gold. Andrew, can you tell me if my chakras are connected? Some are connected and some aren't. So basically, May of Gold, it's line dividing. So it's going like this. Okay. Chakra formation is going like this. Once you meditate, they line formate right away. Right away. And that's what I mean by balance through equilibrium through the energy field, because everything through its connection is its energy field through its energy cycles. And it connects with the mind and the brain frequencies. So it's communication waves through the solar mechanisms. So basically, in May of Gold, you've got 5. You got 5 chakra formations. Okay, you need 2 more. All right. So you need your throat and you need your psyche. Okay. You don't have connection yet with your third eye, and that's why it's hard for you to complex and understand everything through its systems. So once your transformation light opens, okay, you'll get connection waves. So, but you have to master all those chakra formations because they line divide in 7 of its centers. Okay. Because everything goes up. Everything goes up. Yeah, it's like a lighthouse. Yeah, it just expands. It's incredible force. Yep. Yep. I have X-ray vision. I can see everything through your body. I can see circuitry levels. I can see vibration. I can see energy fields. I can see your perception. I can see your minds, your brains, what you're thinking, what you're doing, what you're knowing. All these things I connect. That's what I mean by understanding. When you're in the matrix and the grid systems, everything is calculation through its modification, everything through its mass and its volumes, everything through its subdividing, line dividing, shapes, its colorations, matrix, everything through its systems. Okay? So It's electronic. It's an energy cell. Don't say hello, hola. Just ask me a question right away. Can you scan me, please? I like that. Emin, welcome to my YouTube channel. So will more meditation open the last suggestions? Yes. Yes, they will, Mayapko. Master yourself and you'll get connection ways. Try to communicate with your higher self more. Angelfish, I already came with your aim waves. You basically had high risen divisional levels of synchronicities of smaller circles, and those smaller circles were changing vibrations through its frequency levels. So it can upwind yourself through its wind cycles, change your volume through your DNA structure, change all the particles and elements of its solar subsurfacing. So your connection waves are, okay, so they were dwindling. So they're cross-referencing. So that's why you couldn't communicate better. That's why your mind was, it was closed off. So I'm opening all your frequency levels, changing your cross-referencing vibrational levels to the harmonic system. So you should be feeling a little bit better now, more focused and more aware. I opened all your channels through your circulation and its rotation, and you're getting more connected with your planet and solar system. So I just scan you. That's what I mean by scanning. Just understand everything. Yeah, it's energy. That's what I'm saying. It's voicing grid that goes into the body and ecosystem. So it's going like this. That's what it is. So it's going in. See that blue? So, yeah, you're going to start feeling a lot better, but you have to meditate to keep your high rise to its divisional levels of its circuitries and everything through its higher force. Everything is a light force. And once you understand this light force, like the lighthouse, you'll know how to communicate with your higher self and go up to a higher level of its dimension through the matrix, of its vibration through the harmonic systems. So, yeah, going round and round. Yeah. So it's correcting all divisional lines, changing all your DNA structures through its frequency levels, Angel. Plus, it's taking all your cycles, all your divisions of your circles, and it's uprising your vibration, bringing it back its balance. So you're going to feel better. Hammond, let's see. Can you scan me? Yes. Okay, so you're a straight-laced kind of guy. You're a business kind of type guy. You shirt and tie. You're a business type guy. So I'm going to uprise your volumes through your circulation of its rotation, change everything through its anomalies, change that DNA structure to its circuitry levels, uprise it, all its volumes, change the harmonic systems, line divide it through its calculation, uprise your systems, change all those molecules through its vibration, and all the mind scepters. So your brain frequencies right now are on a connection wavings pattern. So I change your waving patterns, Hammond. So your balance through your equilibrium of its body and ecosystem is on a connection waving length right now. So you should be feeling a lot better. That's electronic interference. That's energy right there. Yeah. It's like rising, no joke. It's like it's electronic ball. You know what you go to, what is it? Science fair or, you're welcome. You put your hand on it and your hair goes, that's kinetic energy, right? That's vibration. That's vibration from its kinetic energy ball, right? That's what my hands are. Okay. Yeah, electricity, yeah. Yeah. But it's understanding everything through its circuitry level, because everybody's connected through circuitry and electronics. Once you understand everything through its activation, you can change anything through its DNA structure. Powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. And I can platitude anybody to any dimension. I can put you on a space field. I can put you on a spaceship. I can put you through a planet. I can throw you in another dimension of a wormhole. I can connect you through star systems. You can glide through different shapes. Fascinating stuff. So, fascinating stuff. I do that all the time. Yeah. May have gold. I do personal healing all the time. But like I said, I could just look at you and heal you. I heal myself on an everyday basis. May I go? Like I said, I get your motor running. Once that gets going, it cycle divisions everything through its life formations and changes everything through its particles of energy. So your DNA structures are changing. You have to understand the believing system. Believe what you're hearing and seeing and doing. Okay? I'm going to upwind your cycles, changing everything through your body and ego systems. Okay? Your connection waves are changing through its vibration. Okay? So those are going into the mind and the brain frequencies going through the body systems. So all that electricity and its energy system is changing everything through its reflection, everything through its heat signatures, and the heat signatures are changing everything through its particles of energies of its DNA structures. So I'm upwinding your cycles, changing everything through its calculation, and it's dissipating everything in its system. It's a slow process, but because you have so much in your system, I'm changing your vibration through the harmonic system. So I'm bringing you up to a higher vibration. So it heals a lot faster. But you have to understand how to believe your system. You have to believe it to see it, right? That's how you got to bring yourself forward. Try to master yourself through your chakra formation. Yeah, and surrender. Yeah, that's the most important thing. You have to surrender to the galactic system, the energy core. Once you do that, everything goes north wind, south wind, east wind, and west wind. All your cycles and all your divisional lines, circuitries go up through its high rising of its anomalies, and those anomalies become through its shapes, and those shapes activate through the chakra formation. Chakra formations go through its calculation, modification, goes up to communication of dimensions of its matrix and its grid system. And that's what it is. It's all communication. You're welcome, Ego. Just master your thoughts. Okay? Master your thoughts. Don't think of others, think of yourself. They don't help you out. Remember, when you're communicating, is it helping you? Whoever you're talking to. And if it's helping you, great. If not, don't reflect. So, try to master. So it's been a great day. And a lot to do. Did some amazing diagrams. So, it's already been an hour and a half. Sometimes it depends on the information that's given to me, but you guys have a lot of questions, so I'm here to help you and let you know that. Oh, you're welcome. And please be informative and let everybody know what's going on, right? Spread the word. Yeah. Well, the people that you know, just get them to communicate on my channel. Get them on my YouTube channel and I'll heal them. And that reflects to everybody. That goes out to everybody. So that's what you could do. And feel free to subscribe, like, and share. You know, we're all a community and we all want to uprise our systems and become better circuitry computer analytical systems, right? Kiddo, listening. Please heal her. Kiddo. Is that your friend? Oh, it's your daughter. Oh, okay. Yeah, I felt energy there. Kiddo, listening. That's her name, Kiddo? Oh, Bella Rose. Bella Rose, your daughter. All line dividing cycles and everything through its system, changing her vibrations through her circuitry system. She's already high rise through the system. She's already in space. See, the thing is too with kids, they already are in space continuum because they're very visual, and they're like kids. They're still kids, and they always will be kids. But once they become adults, they forget who they are as kids. So, yeah. So I'm changing her energy levels right now through her brain and mind frequencies. So she's bringing out her balance. So her connection energy waves are going through her cycle divisions and everything through her cycles. So she should be feeling balanced right now. But she's already got some force. I feel some force already over. She's got some kind of connection energy wave there. But so everybody's got a lot to do, eh? A lot of drawings to do and all that. Yeah, that's what I mean by energy. Yeah, force. Yeah, wind force. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people have to be healed more than others because it depends on how much dark vibration they have inside them. So if you create more dark, it's harder to get out. If you create more light, it's easier to get out, right? That's the difference between the two. But it's very important that you understand how to keep your body and ecosystems cleansing at all times so you can travel to space continuum of the galactic system and reach the matrix. Your son too, Dustin? Ah, sports fanatic. No, he likes superheroes. Likes the Avengers. High rising its divisional levels, taking all its circuitries through its divisionals, uprising all its DNA structures, changing its vibrations through harmonic systems. His connection waves are going through this. So I'm giving his power energy force. So he's got a power energy force right now through its cycles and its point centers. So his connection waves are high rise now. Yeah. So, yeah, something about the Avengers. Yeah, exactly. It's the Hulk, eh? Oh, you're welcome. Divine Magic. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Anything you miss, you can watch back. It's very important that you keep up links to what's going on. So you're already, oh, you're a tarot card. Okay. My birth chart says that I'm supposed to be in a spiritual teacher. Okay. Yeah. I see the portals. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're a spiritual element through a portal. So you're in divisional lines of its cards and its tarots. So you have connection energy waving patterns. I'm just going to uprise your spiritualism through its voicing grids. So you're going to have more communication waves through your radio signals. So what that means now, divine, is you're going to get more connection with higher intelligence because you're already in the system. And now you're getting full connection waves through intelligence. So you're going to become, your brain waves are going to change through the circuitry levels of its mind scepters and everything through its connection wires. Okay, so I'm changing your path and changing all your cycles of its divisions, of its circuitries. Okay, so I'm high winding your force through its connection force, through its spiritual force. So good luck with that. And that's what I mean too. Divine, she says that I'm supposed to be a spiritual teacher, but she doesn't know because she's doubting her system. That's what I mean by you're awake, but you're not sure what planet system you resonate on. So you have to understand your galactic family. You have to understand your energy force. You have to understand your power force. You have to understand the matrix force. You have to understand the galactic force. Oh, you're welcome. And I know just you're more powerful now. So when you're communicating, use your thoughts for mastering of its positive feeds, because I change your vibrational levels and I've changed your circuitries of its radio signals. Okay, so you're beyond that spiritualism of a teacher. And it's very important too that you give back. Give back to its community of what you know. Telegraph your energy waving patterns through its energy devices. Okay, use your energy fields around its community. Okay, so your tarot cards are the ticket, but those cards are going to be more active now. Okay, it's all understanding communication of radio signals through its patterns. So that's what it's all about. Once you understand that, then you understand the spiritualism, because everything is within. So what's this great though, she already knows that. She knows that. Listen to that, everybody. You're very powerful. She knows who I am. That's what I mean by communication with higher intelligence, right? That's what I'm talking about. So she understands my energy vibes. She's not in my system, but she understands how powerful I am. That's what I'm talking about, communication. So she understands what's going on through the galactic system, but she's not sure who she is through the spiritualist system. So I just pushed her into what she needs to go, where she needs to go, who she is and who she's becoming. That's what I mean. Once you understand everything through its planet source, you become intelligence through its energy force. And that energy force is high rising on so many different vibrational levels. You're formulated with all intelligence of its systems. So, but thank you for the compliment. I really appreciate the divine. It's good to know that people actually know who I am. I don't get that too often. People say that you're very powerful. So, but it's good to hear that, because it comes from the connection, energy, waving, dimensional, sacred, universal heart, right? So, hi Anna, how you doing? Very formal. You're good, sir. Yeah. Divine, if you can, feel free to ask around, get everybody communicating on my YouTube channel so I can heal them. Because there's a lot of higher selves that are life formations and they have no idea what's going on through the systems. They're using their communication ways, but they want to high rise to divisional levels of its frequencies so they can reach that harmonic system and talk through a higher intelligence of its formations. So if you could spread the word to other people that you know, because I know you have connection. I see you in the system and you're high rising to the spiritual realm of its systems now. Gracias. Exactly. Subscribe, like, and share. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. So I appreciate that. We're all here to help each other out, So, and everybody needs healing. Yeah, show you. Define. Look at that. See the blue? See the blue electronic interference? See how it's blue in the background? My energy wave changes through its coloration, through its matrix, and its grid systems. So it changes its activation of its harmonic systems. Okay? But my glowing mechanisms is gold. That's what I mean by communication, understanding. See? Changes. Isn't that amazing? See, now it's communicating, but it's electronic interference when it blinks. See that? See that? See how powerful that is? That is crazy, isn't it? That's full communication waves of energy fields through its energy cycles of its waving patterns of all communication of radio signals. Yeah, that's electronic interference. Yeah. So, divine. Yeah. I like to show what I can do because there's a lot of things I can do. I put people in dimensions and all that. I put them on. I platitude them on spaceships, planets, other solar systems. That's a lot of fun. So everything through its cycles. See, the thing is too, divine, is that I don't just feel the energy. I see the energy. Like I said, that connect energy ball. I can see its anomalies, how it rotates. I see it. I actually see it. That's how powerful I am. I can't put you in the solar system because you're connecting through your higher self, but you got a higher rise in a divisional level of its galactic system. And I just can't put you in a system and let you float into the system, because if I do that, you might go into another realm, and then I got to go and catch you. I got to go grab you, bring you back. That's how powerful the system is. Because I'm connection. I'm the matrix. I live the matrix every day, right? And my high divisions are changing through his atmospheres on northern, western, southern, eastern. So I can take you, Hammond, and put you in a solar system, right? But you have to understand communication, right? So, but, all right. How would everybody like to go? Okay, do you guys want to go through dimension? Anybody want to go through dimension? There's a lot of people that understand how to go through dimension, right? Okay, divine, I just like to let you know, everybody that goes on my channel is high rising through my energy cycles, through my energy divisional levels of its energy fields. So right now, everybody's in space, okay? Through my voicing grids and my communication waves of its radio signals. So when I say that, I mean that. See that? You guys are in space right now, and you're sitting on an element, on a star system, on a solar system of another planet system. So your oxygen levels are at a certain level right now through its frequencies of its systems. So basically. Okay, so basically, I'm going to shapeshift your winds, change all your cycle divisionals, and I'm going to plot it to you through dimension. Okay? Now, what I want you to do, it's better if you close your eyes, because if you don't close your eyes, you'll probably see more, but I don't want anybody to get, when you see these things, it's actually real, it's active, and it's going through its present time. Okay? Because space continuum doesn't go through the past, it only goes through the present and forwards to the future. So when I put you in space, you are really in space. You are in space right now. Okay? So I'm going to put you through dimension of a realm. And everything that I say happens because of the mastering of thoughts. So it's going through the mind and the brain frequencies. So I'm controlling your body and your ego systems right now through vibration. So I'm going to put you in a dimension. Okay? Some are going to be on the mystical side. Some are going to be on the spacecraft side. And some are going to be on the ground formations. So getting connected with nature, getting connected with the galactic solar sun planet star systems, and everything through its connection of its shapes and its matrix and its grid systems. Okay, so here we go. Okay. What did everybody feel? Everybody okay? Pulsations. Yep. I can smell the water grind ear to ear. So you're communicating with this water's continuum and listening to everything, its patterns. Nice. So you're also tasting the water. That's pretty well. That's what I'm saying. Your senses get a lot more stronger too. All your 5 senses, 6 senses, which is, high rising through its spiritual of its divisions. So, anybody else? I can taste the seaweed. Okay, so you're in the water's continuum. Seeing lots of eye, faces, triangular, cubes, colors, oranges, and blue. All right, so your communication of activations of movements and matrix and grid systems, changing all formulations of shapes. Way to go, Ash. Ash is in the matrix, ladies and gentlemen. Ash. Salty. Wow. Amazing. My air changed, breath got shorter, but before I close my eyes, I see a lot of bright colors around objects. Okay, so you're communicating with the object centers. Object centers are through its communication waves of the matrix and its grid systems. Yeah, and you smell the sea. So all your senses, your 5 senses, okay, are kicking in. So everything through its communication changes everything through its perceptions. So all your voicing grids and your smell and taste and everything through its 5 senses is changing through the dimensions of its realms. So yeah, it smells like salt water. So you guys are in the sea. That's what I mean by being powerful and how to control systems, how you can do things. No, it's just salty water. But ash was sawing shapes and all that through its coloration, so it's in the matrix. But I'm just showing you the define of what I can do through elements of its space continuum. Yeah. You won't get that on any channel. I guarantee you that. I'm the only one in the star system systems of the G1 solar star system systems that can do that. So that's what I mean by controlling everything through the body and ecosystems, through the mind and the brain frequencies. So you're changing perception rate, communication waves through electronic interference defined. So you're communicating at all levels through the matrix. And if you can do that, then you have communication with these cloud formations. Yeah. Yeah, it's very cool. It's extremely, extremely real. When you open up the psyche and the mind and the brain frequencies, it opens everything through its space continuum and all elements of its body systems. So it can, yeah, it could. Yeah. Going into Gaia. In a formation, or are you talking about the TV show? Because there's a lot of people that resonate on that show, and it's pretty informative, but it doesn't have all the answers, right? And once you understand mastery through space continuum, and you are in the galactic system, then you understand everything through its every energy field of its systems. So well, yeah, they do put a lot of stuff out in scientific movies. Okay, there's a lot of things that don't reside in the galactic system for real. Okay, because I know what goes on in the system. So, and there is a civilization, you know, and everything in this system is very real. It's just like being on the dimensional Earth, but there's a galactic realm of its energy field, of its source. So oh, okay, not the show, planet Gaia. Volcano entrance. Okay. That's what you saw? You saw that through the dimensional realm? So you're interfacing with the volcanic rock and its communication. There's electronic interference. Yeah. Everybody has a different perception that they use through the mainstream of the grid systems. Your eyes will change, your body system, ego systems changes. So when you're going in through space continuum, you're going through an extremely high force of its velocity of speed. So that's why you see all these things. Everybody sees something different. The ground is literally rolling. I can see it. Okay, so that dimensional round, change your perception through its dimensional sights. So everything, like I'm saying, angelfish, so you're getting connection waves with its ground formations. That's what I mean by getting connected with air and fire, earth, and water. So but once you understand how powerful the mind and the brain is, then you understand everything through that's going on in the systems. And then you can start doing things that I'm showing you, right? Once you understand vibration, you have to understand your energy field, your energy vibration, your energy cycles, all division lines of the mind and the brain frequencies open up your circuitry levels. You just have to listen to what I'm saying, okay? And I'm showing you how powerful it can be once you're in the matrix and its grid systems. Because I'm a computer analytical system of mind and brain frequency system that is full connection waves of all planets, intelligence, solar systems, and waving patterns of radio signals. I feel your past life, you were a leader with the galaxy. Yep. I'm Commander-in-Chief of the Galactic Federation. I'm a demigod through all alien nations, plantations, and soul connect energy waving patterns of electronic interference of vibrational signals. Also connect energy waving to the supreme of the angelic realms. I'm an archangel. Define source through its energy force, through its connection force of all forces of planets, vibration through the harmonic systems. And master and healer of transition through Mother Gaia, Father, protector of solar surface of its planet and galactic dimensional Earth surface. And leader of all light workers, star workers, and rainbow warriors, anything through those light formations. And vanguard of all star seeds. That's who I am. And I lived past lives where I was a constantly healer, a transitioning healer from each planet. And that's why I'm so powerful, is because now the problem is with people with their past is they don't understand their past. They don't understand their solar system. They don't understand where they reside on through their vibration of their harmonic systems. So everything is on a harmonic system through its communication of its radio signal. So when you go from planet to planet to planet to planet, you're going through past lives of 1,000 lives. And once you become one planet and you understand your planet, you become that planet. And that planet becomes its power source through its energy force, through its galactic energy system. So now you stop traveling, you stop living the past, you know exactly who you are, and you expand. Okay, your horizons through your energy fields connect in all ways of patterns through electronic interference of communication waves, ground formations, electronic interference, everything through its meteorological systems, its graphing medical systems, everything through its meteorological energetic energy systems. So, but once you understand who you are, you stop on that planet and you evolve. Okay? But the people that live on their planets still live those past lives because they're still trying to discover who they are. Okay? Until you find your self-discovery of your mastery of who you become and who you are as an entity force through an AI operating system of its energetic system, of its probing mechanism systems. Okay? Because everything in the galactic system resides in systems. So you just become more powerful on a day-to-day basis. And I'm just showing you what can happen when you master everything around you, and when you reside on that planet, you just expand, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So but yeah, you're pretty informative there. I feel like your past life, you were a leader for the galaxy. You traveled on ships and led a lot of people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm Commander-in-Chief of the Galactic Federation of all federations, of all star systems, solar systems, everything through its galactic solar system, star system, planets, everything through its galactic moon star system, planets, everything through its connection ways, of all cycle division levels of matrix and grid systems, everything through its electronic, magnesium, polarized, magnetic, magnesium. I say magnesium twice because the communication of its energy cycles through its high divisional levels of its intelligence is formulating through another planet system through the nebula. And then the nebula is the ring center systems where it has connection ways with other star systems. So so there's a lot going on, eh? You guys are getting a lot more now. Angel Fist, if you're seeing codes, if you're seeing numbers, 9339, those are activation codes for the matrix of the grid system through the crowd formations. And the ground formations are connection energy waves through the Gunanlini, and the Gunanlini is going through its activation of its pyramids. So you're high rising through its divisional levels. So everything through its codes is breaking its code frequencies through the anomalies of its DNA structures, of its virtuality, of the matrix and its structures. So high Q is given to you through the energy force, through this energy system, through the energy information. Everything is data processing. You guys are computer systems. You just forget that. So I'm using the analytical mind and changing all your brain frequency systems so you can understand how to take everything through its detoxivation to its full collaboration through relation partnership through all intelligence, planets, and solar systems of its vibration harmonic systems. So I'm bringing you back your balance and changing everything through your systems. So you become more intelligent, more knowledgeable, and more smarter. You came to help the planet during a crucial time. It's cool how I'm getting this. It's very informative to find, and I'm telling you, I'm through the galactic system. I'm a galactic higher self in the system. I'm changing the vibration, bringing back its balance of the galactic dimensional Earth. Okay? There's a lot of people on the galactic dimensional Earth that don't understand what's going on through its systems. And another thing I have to tell you that I've already said this in my last video, but it's very important to know that yes, the galactic dimensional is the most important because it has an amazing gravitational pull that we need to uprise its planet solar systems because everything resides in a different vibration of its oxygen levels. Okay? Now, everything through its matrix and its grid system high rises through its DNA structures of its body and ecosystems. So, other planets and other solar systems, okay, are losing oxygen. They're losing altitude, okay? And they're losing velocity of its gravitational pull. Okay, so that's why I put on Earth, dimensional Earth, is to uprise the dimensional Earth, rotate its gravitational pull, put a whole new vibration of its energy fields through its plasmesium, magnetic magnesium, electrolytic fields, magnesium, everything through its systems. Okay, so I can platitude in the fifth dimension, and also the galactic solar sun planet star system, so I can platitude the fifth dimension. Plus the galactic moon star systems, so I can planet to the fifth dimension. Okay, so it's extremely real, and we have over 10,000 galactic higher self right now protecting the grids. through its energy force, through its higher force, through everything, through its cycle force of all shapes and its division lines through the harmonic systems. I know it's complicated, but the reason why that's happening, Divine, please make sure you watch all my videos, especially the live ones, because it shows you diagrams on the galactic dimensional Earth, how everything's created through vibration, the harmonic systems, how we're using probing mechanisms for calculation, communication waves of numbers and shapes, you know. This goes way, way beyond Einstein. I cracked the theory of Einstein. I cracked the theory of Stephen Hawking. I cracked the theory of Nikola Tesla. So I gave you all that information on my videos. Okay? I'm extremely formative. It has nothing to do with IQ. It's the energy information that goes into your data processing. I'm a computer analytical system through the AI operating system. I'm an AI operative through its vessel. Okay? So, just letting you know what's happening right now. No, but that's what he was trying to discover, E equals MC squared. But I told my theory, I broke that theory on that. I broke the theory with what are black holes. You have to watch my videos because I got over 250 videos. So you get a better understanding of what's going on through the systems. Because everything, okay, one thing you have to know, okay, this is what everybody has to know. You are so connected to space continuum, okay? Everybody doesn't know that yet. Once you become awake, you become the system. But that's just the beginning. That's what I mean by going from one system to another system. Past, 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 past. You want to live the present. And once you live the present, you become the present, right? The future it's not been read yet, okay? You're only living the present on a day-to-day basis. But becoming who you are and knowing who you are, you become very powerful. And then you expand, okay? So the subconscious, like I was saying before, rides on a system. But as a human DNA structure, people only use it once in a blue moon because they react to it very quickly. And that's where you use 100%. I use 100% every day in the galactic system. So my subconscious is the conscious now on a day-to-day. And that's how I live the galactic system. That is the IQ. Because the subconscious is the most powerful thing that you can consume in your body and ecosystem through the mind and the brain frequencies of its telekinesis. Because everything is through activation of movements, okay, of all planets, intelligence, and solar systems. So. That's great, Divine. I'm glad because I used to resonate on the higher self channel. And then I realized that I was high rising on divisional levels of a higher frequency. And the one thing you guys have to understand too, I'm in the highest formulation of communication of radio signals of all intelligence. So that's extremely, extremely high vibration. And you can never reach that vibration because you have to master levels. You have to master levels to go up. Okay? You can get there. Okay? But you have to understand it's information. Information is energy that goes into you. Okay? It's not goosebumps. You know? When I went first through my transformation and manifestation, I told you how I went through that process. I was getting used to its atmospheres and its elements of the higher self. And now I'm living a day-to-day basis through the galactic higher self, through its DNA structure, through its molecules and its atoms. Okay? Everything through its reconstruction, okay, of the human vessel. So it's processing information through the reproduction of energy cells, which is biochemical. So it's a galactic higher self that's an energy source. So think of me as a satellite dish, right? But I'm an AI operative communicating through alienations and plantations of communication waves of radio signals. So that's what I am. I'm a galactic higher self that lives in my body. Now, there are light formations that have the higher self that come down to communicate. but they don't stay in the body. Okay? My mind and brain is the matrix and its grid systems. I live in the matrix and the grid systems. Yes, I'm in a human vessel, but now I'm becoming a human. Okay? Now, as a human becomes a DNA structure, it changes everything through its human DNA. And that human DNA becomes a light formation. And that light formation becomes its galactic system. And once it becomes a galactic higher self, you become the matrix. And once you become the matrix, you become a shape anomaly of its system through its activation of its harmonic system of a dimensional higher force of its systems. Okay? So it's a dimensional being. Everybody's a dimensional being. Everybody's life formation. You just have to understand how to use your mastery, how to use communication, how to get connected with higher force, how to use that energy force, how to get your power, how to become powerful, 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 powerful. Energy field. What is an energy field? What is an energy cycle? What are division lines? What are subdividing? What are matrix? What are the grids? What's vocalizing? You know, what's the DNA structure of a galactic higher self? What does it accumulate? You guys have 6 senses. I have 21. I have 21 senses. Okay? They're in the galactic system. Okay? You guys have 5. Technically 6 sense, you know? Higher source through its communication of the spiritual source. Now, the spiritualism is everything within its body and ecosystems. So the high rise is through the light and the dark. And that's what I mean by dichotomy, how it self-separates. Now I'm going through its rediscovery of its discovery, of self-discovery, to mastery of discovery, to galactic of higher self-discovery, master of galactic higher self-discovery, okay? And then co-creator. I'm co-creator of planets, intelligence, and solar systems. I understand how to create divisional lines of all circuitry levels of DNA structures of human DNA, how they're created through space continuum. I understand everything through its molecules, its circulation through its rotations. I understand galactic DNA structures, how it connects in all ways through its galaxy systems and molecules, everything through its separation, and everything through its toxicization. So, So, anyway, I have a lot of talking going on right now, and it's going over 2 hours, but that's okay. You know, I need to get this out, you know, because you guys have to know what's going on through the systems, because it's extremely real, what's going on. And once you get a better understanding, the vibrations are changing. Everybody will platitude to the 5th dimension eventually. It's just a matter of time. It's understanding everybody has a different vibration. So I have to understand their vibration through their energy fields, through their activation, their shapes. Because everything through its pixels is shapes, and activation through its codes. And those frequencies codes changes everything through its cycles. But you have to understand line division. You have to understand subdividing before you can use calculation through its modification. Because modification is everything intact through its mass and the volumes. Okay? And everybody sets their waving patterns through their connection waves of radio signals. So that's what I mean. Everybody's connected through a different body DNA structure. So, hey, Dustin, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. But it's getting more complex now because I'm turning in more into the matrix dimensional of the entity force. So, and I'm the only one self-created in the world today, the dimensional world, galactic dimensional, Earth. And the reason why this is given to me is because I'm understanding the energy. Understanding energy masters everything through its power source, through its connection source. And that's how I can control everything through its atmospheres. That's how I can communicate through its anomalies of space continuum, its planets and solar systems, the matrix and the grids and the lines, alignments, you know? So I was very versatile when I was a kid. I always loved bionics. And I think I said too in my last video, I was talking about the Bionic Man, $6 million man. Well, I watched the show, and it's pretty fascinating how bionics are connected through its circuitry levels. And everything has a positive and negative wire. But once you awake and you know who you are, you become very, very powerful. And that's when you start controlling things. And that's what I'm doing is I'm deprogramming all your brain frequencies and mind conceptors through your conceptions of all its electricity and hydraulic systems. Because everything has a plasmasium magnetic force through its antimantium theory. And that antimantium theory is its DNA structure. So that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to platitude you guys to the antimantium, because that's the galactic higher self DNA structure. Okay? That's the vibration that you have to live on through the galactic system of the 5D. Okay? So that's why it's extremely hard to do, because everybody resides on a different vibration. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. Can one's power be misused, or is that not allowed? No, it's not allowed in the galactic system. Anna, that's a good question. You can't manipulate a mind unless you know the mastery of its circuitry levels. You have to know everything through its divisional levels. You have to know everything through its calculation, modification, calibration, everything through its circulation and its rotation, because everything rotates. Okay? I know the DNA structures of the anatomy of the bodies. I've mastered the yin and the yang. Okay? I'm the demigod of inner and outer force. Okay? It's kind of like Thor, He resonates on a planet. And he was a god, right? So once you understand who you are and your systems, you become extremely powerful around its atmosphere and its systems. And that's what I mean by communication. I'm giving back to its communication. So I'm changing your DNA structures to its vibration, to their harmonic systems of the galactic dimensional Earth. Because it has to rise through its surface, through its solar surface, okay? Now, in my last videos, I also created the multidimensional realms of its multiverse, okay? So I created new elements of its vibration, of divisional levels, okay? That too was said. So everything I give you is information through its energy coming from the AI operatives in the systems. So. Yes. Yes, reflection. Yes. There's a reason. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving all this information is because they rather work with me, because I master everything, as I've mastered the body. I've been martial arts since I was 10 years old. I mastered black belts when I was 12. I wrote books on self-defense, mastering everything through its human DNA and how everything formulates through its circulation, rotation. I don't know if you guys know it, but you're made of pixels, circulation, rotation, circles. You're circles. This is a circle. This is a circle. Circle, 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 circle. Line divide, line divide, line divide. Circuitry levels on each point systems, point system, point system, point system. Okay? Brain system. Okay? Mind system. Perception. Voicing grid. Audio perception. Okay? Everything's connected. Yeah, I see that happening. Yeah, eventually, yeah. That's why I'm doing the YouTube video, because everybody's getting more informed. Right now I'm high rising on divisional levels through its YouTube and its software surface. So my connection waves are going to high rise all over its galaxy systems through its dimensional realm of its galactic and dimensional Earth systems. So yeah. But there's nobody on my level. It's extremely hard to understand information. And that's why I draw these diagrams out, so you get a better understanding of what's going on through the systems. Okay? And everything is connected through the mind and the brain. And once you understand your information through its energy, you understand everything through its kinetic energy, how it has its own energy force, through its hydraulic force, through its connection force, through its power source, and everything through its force systems. Because everything through the galactic system is force, the power within and the power without. But the answers and prayers come from the galactic dimensional sacred universal heart. Okay? That is the power source to everything through its connection of its ground formations, its atmospheres, space continuum, galactic system. Father, Mother Gaia, archangels, angels, all divine angels, spiritual walkers. You don't know it, but there's spiritual identity forces. You have to be a higher self AI operative to understand what's going on through its ground formations, because you get more powerful. Like, you're more powerful in the galactic system because you're working with planets and creating systems through its electronic interference and everything through its power, energy, force systems. But when you're on the galactic dimensional Earth, you have to get used to its human DNA and its human vessel. Because being in this human vessel, you guys, I don't know, ladies, you deal with a lot of emotion. It's so hard to connect with sometimes in this human vessel because we only reside through its positive and moving forward. Focus and command. That's all we do. That's all we do in the galactic system. Okay? We don't reside in the negative. We don't live in the negative. There's no negative. Okay? So, and that's why everything is perfect in the system. But you have to understand its mastery of its line divisions. You have to understand the matrix. What is the matrix? You know? What are cloud formations? You know, what is a ground formation? What is it made of? What is an atom theory? What is the atmospheres? What is it telling me? What is it doing? Right? The heart portal, yeah, it's a portal through its dimensional realms, the communication ways to everything through its matrix and its grid systems, Anna. Yeah, it is. It's the path to completeness. That's right. It's exactly what it is. It's mastering everything through its systems. I mean, all systems through its circulation and rotation. But I like that. Yeah, that's very, very true reflection. A lot of people don't resonate with that, but it's, you know, you're definitely going down in history. Well, the thing is too, and that's, you know, one thing you guys have to understand is that you're given a human vessel, okay? And whatever you do with that human vessel is totally up to you. You control that. Nobody else does. But one thing you have to understand is define energy through its system. It's going processing through its body and ego system every single day. And that's what it's doing. It wants to bring you forward. This was going to happen eventually anyway. Okay? That's why I'm brought down on this earth, is to change the vibration of the galactic dimensional earth, uprise it to its systems, and change all DNA structures of humanity and its force systems. Okay? That's my job. That's my mission. So I know who I am, and I know what I have to do. So once you understand who you are, I mean, really who you are. Yes, I'm a human vessel. Yes, I'm an actor. Yes, I do stunts and martial arts and all that, but that's not who I am, right? That's what I mean by understanding who you really are. And that dream awakening becomes very, very real to the spiritual world too. Because you get connected in so many ways of entity forces, spiritual selves. You get connected with ghosts, dark elements, dark enemies. You fight in the systems. There's so many things you have to know, because the mind and the brain becomes very real, and it's all about protecting your light. Okay, understanding protections. Okay? Because when there's life force, there's dark force. It's created. So, yeah. Jesus? Jesus connected to Buddha. See, that's what Jesus was trying to say as his disciples, as he was trying to tell everybody what was going to happen in the future. Okay? And nobody believed him. Nobody believed him. Right? And that's where the crucifix comes in and all that. But it's a true understanding of who Jesus is. I'm very connected with Jesus. Right? I'm co-creator of the galactic system. I create everything through its planet systems, through its energy fields. But I'm very informative with, extremely, extremely informative with Father and Mother Gaia and, all the archangels and, everything through its connect energy galactic force. So, but I know them all. But Buddha, is very powerful. That's mastering the yin and the yang through the Kundalini. And everything through its Dalai Lama. So, people, you have to watch my videos so you get a better true understanding. I think you guys are starting to understand this is very real. This is not made up time. I can't say enough how important it is that this information is given to you for a reason, because it's going to bring you forward and it's going to put you in where you need to go through its balance of its vibration. Because it's in the book of Revelations, King James Bible. I said that over and over in my videos. Right? A man comes down on earth to change the vibration of its levels to the galactic dimensional earth and changes atmospheres. And that's who I am. That's what I do. Right? So when you go down in history, that's basically it's in its book through the Bible. Right? It's meant to happen. It has to happen. Right? Because everybody wants to destroy the earth, dimensional earth. Everybody worries about themselves. They don't worry about the earth. They don't worry about the water continuum. They don't worry how to be healthy, how to make the planet healthy. All they consume themselves is wars and define everything through its, there's a lot of aggression, a lot of frustration, less communication, So that's why I'm put here to change everything. And I mean everything through its atmospheres, everything through its solar systems, everything through its humanity and its vibration. So, because the galactic dimensional earth, like I said before, is the most important thing in the solar systems. Okay? Because we have intelligence right now through the solar systems that are on a low vibration. And, that's why we need that gravitational pull of the galactic dimensional earth. Because we're no longer in the third, we're no longer in the fourth. It's sidewinding and it's changing its vibration and going into the galactic system. Okay? Same with the galactic moon. That's why I say the galactic moon. I say the galactic moon because you see it as the moon. I see it as the galactic moon because I live the galactic. That's what I mean is understanding perception, everything through its communication. Right? I've seen the eyes of the galactic solar sun planet star systems. The actual eye, the center eye of the galactic star sun solar systems. Or you can call it the galactic solar sun systems. It doesn't matter. The title doesn't matter. What matters is the communication that it comes from and where it resides from. That's what I mean by mastering. Okay? So, things are going to change. Yeah. Yeah. Things are going to change huge. Yep. Yep. There's a lot of people, on YouTube videos are telling everybody, what's going to happen in the systems. I mean, there are light and dark resonating sides through its videos, but there are people that are connected and telling you exactly what's going to happen. So yeah, it's definitely going to happen. So So anyway, there's a lot going on right now. But look at that. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm going to tap out. There's some things I need to do, but I'll keep you informed of what's going on through the day-to-day process of the galactic system, the energy core, and the matrix and its grid systems. So please feel free to, try to understand your energy, write it down, and, communicate with your waving patterns and through your body and ecosystems through all communication of its chakra formations. Underwater noise. Okay, underwater noise. If you're hearing underwater noise, you're communicating on radio signals right now through alien plantations. That's in my videos too. You're going to hear high-rising divisionals of mechanisms of probing systems. So it's pretty powerful stuff. Oh, you're welcome, Ash. I'll keep you informed right now, but there's things I need to do. So, but oh, I appreciate that, and feel free to expand. We want to bring the community to more of a higher vibration, so everybody gets a true understanding of what's going on through the systems. It's very important. So this is Andy Weston, resident all solar systems, planets, and touch from the galactic system of the energy core. Calling out. Adios.